voice that I shouldn't be.
Recording.
Fuck, why? Hey, bitches, welcome to the shit show.
Brandy, it's witches.
That shit.
Leave her alone, she's drunk.
We've talked about this, though. Macabre Academy is full of witches.
But can we also be bitches?
Bitch and witches?
Listen. Maybe?
I'm not disappointed.
I'm glad.
I'm proud of you, Brandy. You started off the episode.
Look at me. Not being complete trash.
No, but there is a chance that we have somebody new here today. So we should probably introduce ourselves and what the fuck we're doing.
You go first.
Okay. Well,
you're in charge.
You just cut me off. Shush.
Fight me.
I will later.
God. Okay, cool.
We have a whole hour to fight.
We can definitely increase our viewership that way.
What, chick fights?
Oh, yeah.
Listen, I'm in. Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
We can redo the pillow fight, Brandy, you and me. In our pajamas. I just bought negligees.
I'm so proud of you. I have old lady pajamas.
We're going to fight. It's going to be good.
Okay, I'm so in. Let's go.
So either way, my name's Steffi. You're here on the Macabre Academy. I'm also known as Nerdy Witch. And with me, as always, I have my two best friends.
Hey.
You need new friends.
No, she doesn't. I'm fantastic.
You're trash.
1,000%.
I'm
proud of it. Right? Everyone loves trash.
I'm also recording in my wife's office tonight, and every time I touch her desk, I feel like I'm going to break the thing in half. It's like $12 on Amazon, and it's like going like this as I touch it. I'm just waiting for it to just all collapse.
That's fantastic.
I'm like, I don't think it's supposed to rock like this, and I forget to put like a structural piece in here. I think it needs bracing or something.
We are such professional guys.
This is terrible. This is garbage.
I'm at my
the next recording might be in my kitchen, in front of my fan, so there's gonna be a lot of noise. But I don't know if I can. I'm afraid my computer's gonna break this thing.
So buy a new desk.
It's not my office. Hi there. Come here. Give me a little pause.
Whatever.
So, all right. So you can either fix it or buy a new one.
It's not my office. It's her office. She has to like it, not me.
Oh, whatever.
I just got a text from my wife. You be nice to my desk.
I love that. She knows.
She can hear me. I'm loud as fuck.
That's fair. I at least try to be quiet.
Guys, we got to start the episode. I hate to break it to you.
It's fine. Whatever.
Does anybody remember why we chose our topic today?
Because of Brian, who we love, even though he's not in my house.
No, he's in Kev's House Veritas. And,
I feel bad that he follows me on Twitter because, man, he's in for a fucking ride.
Oh, he's a blast. He'll love it.
I have not turned off the notifications for Kev, so it literally was like bing, bing.
Oh, I know. I get my own notifications.
Well, I don't understand Twitter.
Okay, well, he's actually really good at Twitter, Brian.
No.
That's how he won his dares for that month for House Veritas, so he got to pick an episode. So this is hanging.
And he did the bucket list.
And he did the bucket list.
He did.
That's points for this month. Tara did it too. So House Veritas and House Barnum are tied at the moment.
Can I get points for my own house since we kind of suck ass?
No, you got to inspire your students to do better.
Guys, stop sucking ass.
I mean, unless you're into that thing where I'm not here to king shame.
I mean, I want to win. Please.
Yeah, you got to get a better caliber student in your house.
I'll love you forever.
It's only $5 and you get the video podcast.
You get to see my face.
Yeah, you get ringtones. We have the message notification sound of Kevin clucking like a chicken.
Wait, don't we have me singing?
Yeah, the more you know.
The more you know. Come on, guys. I'm a good time. I did my makeup for you.
Yeah.
And I got drunk.
She's looking fantastic.
Look at me. I did my hair.
You got drunk for yourself.
I got drunk for myself. You're not wrong.
I had nothing to do with anybody. You just got drunk because you wanted to get drunk.
Yeah, you're right. I'm trash.
Can't really say I blame you.
Well, we have a very interesting episode this week.
Do we, though? Are any of them interesting?
This
I
one's
think they're all fantastic. Fuck you, Kev.
look. When Brian gave me this topic, like my heart dropped into my stomach because I'm like, how am I going to build a whole episode on iron? Right? Because it was just something you said off the cuff in one of the other episodes. And we were talking a little bit about the magical properties of it. And he asked for an entire episode. And I thought, oh, shit. And then we started doing our research. And then I was watching this episode come together. I think it's going to be a great one. I'm like really excited.
And you don't even know the surprise stuff that I have coming up.
Is it a dick pic?
Nervous. It's a dick pic, guys. I'm sorry. It's my dick.
Where's that group chat?
All right. Well, we're gonna have a lot of banter organically, so we should probably actually start the iron information for Brian because he pays us when we appreciate.
He pays us. We love you. Okay, ready?
Let's do this.
Let's go. So we're gonna start with science, and I'm gonna sound really smart, and no one can tell me otherwise. Got it? Got it. Good. So, fuck you. You laughed already.
I was just thinking, yeah, every episode I say this, and you've given me another excuse. STEM, ladies. STEM. Okay, do it. Even look, we're adults and we're still doing it. Okay, well,
I love
sort of.
science.
Do the science. I want to hear the science.
Okay, so iron starts off, we're going to start with, it's a crucial building block of steel. It helps nourish plants, and it helps carry oxygen to the blood. So, like, we need iron for literally everything in life. And, like, I didn't realize that until we started doing the research.
Actually, I have a friend that is iron deficient. So she has she's an iron fish she puts in water. Yeah. You got to take the supplements, do the things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm like super anemic. So iron is classified as a metal in group 8 of the periodic table. In its pure form, it rapidly corroded from the exposure to moist air and high temperatures.
Did you just say moist?
I said moist and I wanted to die. I need you to know.
You just said it again.
Typing it out, I wanted to vomit.
She said moist. Why didn't you just say humid air? Then you wouldn't have had to say moist.
Because I don't know. I'm not that smart, okay? Stop trying to make me sound not smart.
You're so smart, and it's just really funny that you said the word that shall not be said.
I hate it. It's like, ugh. So anyway, it's the fourth most common element in Earth's crust by weight, and it's thought that most of Earth's core is made up of iron. It's also found in the sun and the stars, and it's crucial to the survival of living organisms. I almost said orgasms, but I didn't.
I could go for a living orgasm. I'm fine. I mean, I'm way overdue.
Yeah. Yeah. So in plants, it plays a role in the production of chlorophyll.
Yeah, right. Chlorophyll. That's a word.
Yeah. I thought it was chloroform, and then I was like, no, that's killers.
That's something completely different.
That's murder.
That's for later.
That's something completely different.
So in animals, it's a component of hemoglobin, which is a protein that carries oxygen from the lungs to the tissues of the body. So
this is way too much fucking science.
Listen, bro.
There's never enough science.
Science is my life. Like, I went to school for nursing. Science is me. And then 90% of all metals that is refined today is iron. And most iron is used to make steel.
Oh, we're the Steel City.
We are. Look at us.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite form of iron is cast iron because I love to cook with it.
Me too.
I don't cook very much.
Oh, if you want a good steak without a grill, you need a fucking cast iron.
You got to sous vide that shit first. If you're not sous vide your steaks before you cook them, you're doing it wrong.
I don't like steak.
Get off my podcast.
This is my podcast. Who the fuck do you think you are?
Kev's a third of the podcast now, so it's...
Okay, fair. Maybe I just haven't had a good steak.
You're saying you haven't had good meat in your mouth?
No. Never.
I don't know. I like me a big fat mushroom. How are we doing penis jokes? Like, how did we get this far off of iron?
I don't know. But anyway, you want to hear some chemistry facts?
Yeah, sure.
Fun things.
Hit
Okay.
me with it.
So the atomic number is 26. The atomic symbol is Fe. The atomic weight is 55.845. Density is 7.874 grams per cubic centimeter. The phase at the room temp is solid. So whenever it's like 64 degrees in the room, it's going to be solid. The melting point is 2,800.4 degrees Fahrenheit.
You gotta
And the
get that
boiling-
0.4 in there. If it's not 0.4,
It's not
you're
going to melt.
fucked. You're fucked.
And the boiling
So
point.
specific, though.
It's true.
It's chemistry. It can be.
2,800 degrees, no good. 2,800.4, you're in.
Sure, got it.
It's so specific.
It's like trying to find the G spot. It's in a very specific place. And if you're too far off just by like a hair, it's not going to happen.
Yep, that's the real problem.
Mm-hmm.
And then the boiling point is 5,181.8 degrees Fahrenheit.
Gotta get that 0.8.
0.8.
Gotta get the 0.8.
Okay, Kev, what do you got on forging?
What do I got on forging? I don't know because my notes didn't transfer over. So hold on, I gotta go to a different document.
Trash, bro.
You're the one who made the fucking document.
Yeah, we had a whole
Dicks.
meeting about this ahead of time.
And you put your notes in there, didn't you? No.
No, I told you to do it because I don't understand Google Docs.
You don't understand Google Docs. How do you not understand Google Docs?
I still don't
I
understand.
used them before this week.
Oh, okay. I guess
That's
I'm
why.
Not sponsored. Google Docs, not
Listen,
sponsored.
that's how I like made it through college.
Google Docs wasn't a thing when I was in college.
Me either. We're old.
I'm like 12, so there's that.
Literal baby.
Literal baby.
Literal baby. Okay, so
I mean,
where
I'm
were we
25, so whatever. Fuck you.
now? Literal baby. You are the youngest person on this podcast.
I mean,
Not
sorry,
in
are
the
you the
world.
oldest?
I am actually. I'm like 4 years older than Steph.
I'm about to
bad.
be 34 this year.
Am I 20? Yeah, I'm 25. I'll be
Oh.
26 in February. I had to do math. Oops.
This is a science podcast, y'all. I don't know what you signed up for, but you've now entered the science podcast. Okay, so early evidence of metalworking has been seen as far back as 4,500 BC. Is there a cat? There is a cat behind me. Hey, well. This we believe this started in Mesopotamia. So to forge things, you need to forge iron, well, preferably steel, but we'll get to that later. You need a couple of things. You need a forge to get shit hot in, which is, the 2,800.4 degrees. So not 0.5 or 0.3, but 0.4. You need something to hold it with because, that shit's hot.
You can't
So
like
usually
hold it
some-
with your hand.
I mean, you could, but it'd be a really, really bad idea.
It'd be like holding an infinity stone in your bare hand. Like, don't
I
do
want to
it.
do it.
Don't.
Okay.
So usually you use something like tongs to hold the shit with.
Which
Then
are
you need
also made out of metal.
How did
so
those not
probably-
melt?
So probably some gloves would be good on top of that, so you
Okay.
don't burn yourself from the heat transfer. Those are my pants, dude.
Take them off.
I mean, I'm not wearing pants. Fuck it.
Again, we could make a lot more money on this podcast if we structured it slightly differently.
Let's go.
Then you need something to beat the metal against to form a shape. So you need an anvil and a hammer to do that. And then to make it not butterly smooth and easily bendable when you hit shit with it, so primarily for weapons here, but other things apply, you need to quench it. Now, back in the day, they used water. Just stick the 2,800 degree, 2,500 degree steel right into some fucking water, which sounds like a great idea if anybody's ever watched Fortune Fire.
I love that
I
show.
love that show.
So that's what I learned. Never use water, always use oil. But again, they didn't really have oil back in the day, so they had to do what they had to do. But I don't understand how any weapons didn't just shatter instantly from all the stress cracks, but that's a whole different thing.
Magic.
Skills.
I believe magic is the correct answer, because this is a
Magic.
podcast about...
So everybody but the witch said magic. Just throwing that out there.
Listen. Oh, I gotta ask you things later.
You guys do this in every podcast.
Which one of us?
Steph.
Oh.
It's about crystals.
Oh, okay.
Stripper?
Ooh, you're so right.
I got my little amethyst and my little quartz right here. Like I'm all about that life.
Wait, the fact that I said crystals and you said stripper makes me laugh because my name's a stripper name. My sister's name is Crystal. So,
Yeah,
like,
they're both
why do we
strippers.
all have stripper names?
Well, didn't you
What if
grow
you-
up in the rocks?
But if your
I was
actual
born in
name,
the rocks.
but if your actual name is a stripper name, then what's your stage name?
I don't
Haunted
know.
bitch.
Haunted. Ghost.
We could call you Carrie.
Oh, yes.
Or maybe that's where the actual crystals themselves come in. You could be like amethyst.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. That's a good stripper name.
You got the red hair. You could be Ruby, too.
Ooh, I think I'm
Just-
Ruby now. Great.
Just don't be
Good plan.
Sapphire. Catherine's dad left me for a stripper named Sapphire, and if you do that, I will literally beat you within an inch of your life.
But if I want that,
I will beat you.
I'm not
We're
here
gonna
to
throw
kink
it.
I'm just not.
this is bad. I'm
Whichever more
sorry.
consenting adults do is none of my business.
He's like, as long as I get to watch.
Right? He's like, just put the camera on. It's fine.
Yeah, just put a webcam up. I'm fine.
Oh my god, I think this is the best episode we've ever done.
Oh my god, I'm so drunk. This is great. I love it. Okay.
From now
so
on,
you're-
Brandy has to be drunk for all of the pods.
I don't know. When they're like basically my stories, I don't think I can be drunk. I think it would be
You're
bad.
doing fine. It's great. Don't worry about it.
It's amazing. Be drunk all the time. I love drunk Brandy.
Especially at work.
Oh, I decorated cakes drunk.
I feel like
That
that would
was
be
fun.
better.
It was good times. The girls hated me.
I don't think that's why, but that's okay. Let's redirect
You're not
back
wrong.
to the podcast, if I may.
Okay,
So,
is that all you
iron.
have on forging?
That is all I have on forging.
Okay, perfect. So, archaeologists estimate that people have been using iron for more than 5,000 years.
They're really just guessing, though. They have no idea.
You're not wrong.
It's like being a weatherman. You just guess.
Sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong.
Maybe it's more
Most
of a
of the time you're wrong.
guesstimate situation.
So
I prefer a good swag. You're like the old... I love a good swag. A good scientific wild-ass guess. I'm all in for that.
That's the first time I've ever heard that in my life. Oh, that's great.
It's over. I'm
Love
going
it.
home.
You are home.
Bitch, what do you mean you're going home?
Steph's gonna text us. Can you pick me up for my podcast?
Bitch,
Mom, I'm
drunk. You're
scared.
stuck
Pick me up
there.
for my podcast.
I'm actually not drinking this week. I have coffee. But it has
Coffee?
nutmeg in it, so maybe I'm getting stoned off the nutmeg. You can get high if you eat too much nutmeg.
Nutmeg challenge.
No.
No, I might be allergic to it. I'm allergic to life.
But not Mountain Dew and Tito's.
No. It's a
You're
really
good
good
on that.
combination.
You know what they didn't have
Hmm.
in the Iron Age?
Tito's.
Yes. I'm
All right,
trying.
you're
here.
waiting on me.
Yes, I'm
Yeah,
trying
we're
to
waiting on
segue
you,
for you.
Oh, God damn.
This was supposed to make it easier.
It's not easy. I'm
It
drunk.
would be if I was on top of shit. So anyway,
This is my favorite.
cut all this
episode.
out. Just cut all of this out.
No,
Don't you
Sal Maiden,
fucking
leave
dare.
it.
Just
Leave
cut
it.
it off. Just chop it. You're fine.
No, leave it.
Don't listen to him.
You're my sister, sound maiden. Leave it.
So the Iron Age was a archaeological period that is defined as part of prehistory of a culture or region in which ferrous metallurgy was the dominant technology of metalworking. Because that's not a mouthful or anything. No.
I mean, I
A
love
lot
a
of
good
big
Dom.
words.
And of the three main, there's like the Bronze Age, the Glass Age, or whatever the fuck the middle one is. I can't remember. The Wooden Age, the Dinosaur Age. I don't know.
The medieval age, just those things.
Yeah,
This
whatever.
is
It was. I
prehistory.
can't remember the middle one because I'm fucking trash. It's okay. This isn't a science podcast. You want that shit? Go somewhere else.
It's science today.
That's history too, by the way, guys.
Yeah,
It's not
bitch.
just
Yeah, but they can
science.
go somewhere else for that shit. That's not what we do here.
We only do morbid history.
Right. And I just make inappropriate comments. So
That's why we
you're
keep
actually
you
getting way
around.
more from me than you should be. But anyway.
He's over delivering.
So this age was actually the shortest by a wide margin. It was only from 1200 to 1100 BC. So it was very short. Much like my stint on the podcast after this, I'm getting fired.
We would never.
No, we need you.
I mean, she needs you.
I do. I can't do this without either one of you at this point.
Just
You're
kidding.
both
I love
in.
you.
Mm-hmm.
You're trapped for life.
I thought you were going to say it was trash for life. I'm like, you're not wrong.
Actually, both.
Wait,
So,
so I have to tell you something else later. Go ahead.
You might want to take notes because you're going to forget.
I have them in my messages, bitch.
Oh, there you go then. Speaking of messages, did you guys check the group chat?
I did actually, because it kept popping up. I fucking hate you.
Not bad, right?
It was pretty good.
Oh my god, he sent a dick pic. I'm gonna put that on Instagram.
Mid podcast dick pics coming to you. So
Oh my god.
the culture at the time was the mass production of
I think I broke it.
We broke Steph again.
Oh my god, I love that dick pic so much. I'm not over it. I'm crying. Okay, I think I'm in control. Go ahead.
You think?
So the call, like I said before, I don't know if you could hear me because Steph was hackling over there. The culture at the time was the mass production of tools and weapons made from steel, and you have to use iron to make steel. So they go together, like a dick pic in a group message. They go together. Can I interest you in a cat?
I can't breathe. Why would you do that to me?
It was so good. Oh my god.
I'm not even drinking.
Everybody say hi to Wilfred. All of you watching the video podcast, this is Wilfred. What are you doing, buddy? Oh, you went up on the desk. Okay. Here, let me move that.
I'm like legit crying. You can't do that to me again. Okay. It hurts.
Are you good?
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. Cool. Great.
My cat is now climbing on the desk. I don't think there's enough space for him, but he's going to make it happen anyway. Here you
They
go.
always do.
There you go.
So some of the most ancient iron known to humans literally fell out of the sky.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, you know what it's called?
Meteorites.
Meteoric iron.
Look at you.
I have a whole section about Tibetan meteoric iron because I am that person.
I'm proud of you.
Okay, I'm not going to ask you a dumb question because you can see my notes, so I'm not going to ask you what
I
the
still
thing
want
is.
to ask the dumb question.
Does any of you know what thakcha is?
Is it when you're a thought?
No, what?
Like chakra, but thought?
I mean, it's from the same culture that gave you chakra, but not.
Oh, so it's not about being a thought. I'm sorry.
No, it's about being a metal.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Can I be a metal thought?
Brandy. Sure. As long as it's sung by Metallica, sure, you can be a metal thought.
Well, I'm so in.
Okay, so a thakcha, refers to amulets made from high iron content. Sometimes it's a copper alloy comprised of a meteorite, iron, bronze, copper, and other assorted metals. Now, they thought this was tempered by celestial gods before falling to the earth. And Tibet is such a high altitude place with open landscape, so it was perfect to catch these motherfuckers. Namchuk, or sky metal, is the etymology. That's what it translates to. Fog is the first word. It means above, primordial, first, or thunderbolt. And then ICAGs are iron or metal. So it means original or thunderbolt iron. Now, if you find this shit, you're considered lucky. Okay, it's like finding a 4-leaf clover. And now these pieces date back between 1000 BC and 900 AD. This is during the Zhangzong culture that strongly influenced the concepts of Tibetan Buddhism. And this culture had 18 kingdoms in northwest Tibet, and it was centered on Mount Kaliash.
I got a cat right here.
Yeah, Mount Kat.
Got a cat on here, right here. Got it.
Well, so they're like little amulets, right? And they're approximately 2 to 50. Yeah, I'm holding up my fingers like you can see it.
Some of you can if you pay for the Patreon, you get the video podcast. You can see what Steph's doing.
True.
You should totally do it because we're cute.
Well, 2 of you are.
I mean, you're pretty cute, Kev. It's fine.
I don't know. I think he's cuter than me, but that's okay.
I mean, he is pretty cute.
He is cute. Okay, so the
I
amulet.
have a cute kitty here. Yes, I do.
I mean, I have a cute kitty too, but that's beside the point. These things are approximately 2 to 50. Oh, I fucked it up. Sound Maiden, I'm so sorry.
I'm so proud of you.
I was so smooth, and then I just dropped it. Okay. Amulets, approximately 2 to 15 centimeters, and they range of uses from horse harnesses, buckles, arrowheads, and other adornments. The metal, right, this is the ancient belief, is that it also helps heal, right? And you were just saying in the sciencey things that we need it to heal. So it's amazing that they associated those things together. What's kind of sucks is like some of these little things are shaped like animals, and you go, oh, okay, that's an elephant. But some are so strange and abstract. I'm gonna have to post some pictures on the socials if I can fucking remember for a change. That they're so strange looking that their actual use is lost to knowledge. We don't know what the fuck they were used for. There's a text, History of Ferrous Metallurgy, right, that was used for weapons, musical instruments, and sacred tools of this era. So one of the big ones is called a furba or a kaila. It's a 3-sided peg, stake thing, knife or nail, right? And it's a ritual implement from Indo-Tibetan Buddhism, Bon, and Indian Vedic traditions. Okay, and it's got three little things. I'm going to try to. I hope you can visualize this. It's like a little 3-sided peg, so it looks like a ball. And then there's like a stake and a knife on the bottom of it. Okay, yeah, my hands are doing the thing. Yes, like it's a ritual spork. If the spork things came up,
yeah.
Listen, I'm in. Let's go. I'll stab a bitch with a fork. A spork.
All right. Well, the pommel, the handle, and the blade are meant to invoke spiritual integers of 3 and 9. And they are most commonly made, like I said, out of brass and this meteoric iron. There's also another ritual weapon in Tibet called a Vajra, Vajra, that was also formed from iron.
Yes.
Yes.
A vagina.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
Good.
But this
Good
one
job.
was made out of bronze or iron. And actually, okay, it's a spherical club, all right, that is ribbed.
For her pleasure?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
I knew it was going to happen. I paused. It's a symbol of prosperity, like diamonds, and the indestructibility of them. And then the thunderbolt is invoked, I guess, as an irresistible force to represent spiritual power. Now, this bludgeon thing is supposed to cleave through ignorance. So,
You need to
Brandon,
start
I'm probably
handing
going
those out.
Yeah, right?
Like, here you go. Just everybody take one.
Yeah. Just
Listen.
beat
Like,
the
Oprah,
next
you
stupid
get one
person.
and you get one.
I have a lot of people I need to beat. A lot.
You know what you're getting for Christmas now.
Oh, I'm so ready. I'm gonna hit people.
Technically, though, spiritually, they're designed to enhance mudras, which are metaphysical hand gestures that you do while you're meditating. Now, there's also these tools and things can also be cast from pancholas, which is a term for 5 metal alloys that have sacred significance. Okay. And they're big in making Hindu temple murti or jewelry. Now, these texts are called the Shipla Sastras, and the 5 sacred metals, okay? Gold, silver, copper, zinc, iron.
And myrrh. You gotta get myrrh in there. I don't even know what myrrh is, but it's gotta be in there.
That's
It's a
frankincense
resin.
and myrrh.
Myrrh is a resin
That's from the
fragrant.
Bible.
Anyway, so
I'm
if
not
you
about that life.
Don't myrrh shame me.
I'm not about that life. I'm going to hell.
No, myrrh is a very powerful herb. It just got ganked. Okay, frankincense and myrrh,
Just got ganked.
it got ganked. They ripped it off the pagans. Okay,
They rip everything off the pagans.
they
Anyway,
do.
continue.
Okay. If you can fire something Christian at me, I can tell you where they got it off of pagan ancestors. Okay, I don't want to hear this shit. All right, I'm
Fair.
that witch. So if you wear iron, which is weird because I actually sent Brian from House Veritas a little present for made out of iron. I'm not going to tell you, Jens, what it is because it's between me and him. But you benefit from wearing it in a Hindu tradition where it brings life balance, self-confidence, good health, fortune, prosperity, and it's meant to be a peace of mind. And a lot of the pieces that we're using was this meteoric iron, okay?
Uh-huh.
One of the biggest pieces of it was made into this thing called the Iron Man.
Not the shitty movie franchise?
It's not shitty.
I don't like it.
He's not a superhero.
He is. He's like the Batman.
He's not. Right. Batman's not a superhero either.
Batman's not a superhero. Just because
Okay, so
you're
he's a
rich and have
vigilante.
money. Okay,
Yes.
fair.
He's
That'll
a
give that.
philanthropist and vigilante, okay? And he's damn sexy, and we're not gonna
That's a
take.
really nice way of saying he's a criminal.
Yes. He's a rich white criminal.
He's a rich white criminal. And that's why it's okay.
Why do you ruin this for me?
Why do I ruin everyone's lives?
You're
Because I'm
trash.
trash and no one likes me.
You're a dumpster fire at this point. How dare you?
She's the 2020 of people.
Her face. I mean, it looks
kidding.
beautiful because it's made up, but you like. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the Buddha statue.
I'm not wrong.
Man.
Fuck
You
you,
aren't-
Kev.
Do you just want to
Oh
hear
my
about
God.
the Buddha statue or not? I'm sorry, it's not.
I mean, yeah.
We really should have done the banter episode first. And then
No, I would have just got drunker. It would have been bad. And like our banter episode, you're hearing all about my life. Get ready for the tea.
I will get the booze for the banter episode after this for
Tea?
Patreons only.
Scalding.
Tito's.
Not scalding.
It's in my freezer, actually.
You know what's relatively cool at room temperature?
Vodka, because it's underneath my sink.
No, the Iron Man.
Why?
I want to talk about him.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
You know, I studied Buddhism very heavily in college, right? Like, I have a Buddha tattoo, ambigram. Matt, here.
Somewhere.
It's right there.
It's around somewhere. It's there.
Yeah.
It's there. It might be
It
on
used to be my nickname in the goth scene because, you know, nobody can go by, like, Steph, like a normal person. So I was Miss Buddha in the goth scene.
There you go.
Oh, I got a question I need to write down for you for our banter episode.
Great, write it down. Okay. So this statue.
Hydrate or dihydrate, y'all.
I love that. I love that. Yins are killing me.
I know. I'm sorry.
I don't have that much information, but this is like the last big chunk
Okay.
I have.
Go ahead. I'm ready.
I'm all about it. I'm sorry. Okay.
It's
I'm
okay.
The spiritual one. That's what I do.
About that bass, no treble.
Look how red my chest is. That's from laughing.
She went so far off topic.
Hi, guys. Hi. I'm sorry. Go
Buddhist
ahead.
Boobs.
Boobs. There are no boobs. Sorry. Try again.
So this thing is bigger than your breasts. Let's go with that.
Everything's bigger than my breast.
All right. So this statue is about 9.5 inches and 22 pounds, which is pretty heavy for how small this thing is. Kev, I watched you go to say something and then stop.
Just continue on.
So this thing was carved 1000 AD, but the metal dated to possibly when it fell to Earth 15,000 BC. So this is called a Chinga meteorite, which probably landed between the border of Siberia and Mongolia. And it's shaped like the Vasirana, which is a deity that is seen in Chinese, Tibetan, Mongolian, and Thai traditions under various other names. Because of all the names, we're not going to get into what this deity does. We're just going to skip that right now because I'm a long-winded bitch. It's an ataxite class nickel-rich iron meteorite, and it has cobalt in it. And it's one of the rarest ones you can find in the world, and this is the third largest piece ever known. And it's so hard that it is super impossible to carve. So the fact that this is a large humanoid figure is mind-blowing, okay? It's the only illustration of a human figure to be carved out of a meteorite ever, okay? And it was, yeah, the Nazis discovered it during a German...
Of course they did.
Yeah. Well, hang in there. So they thought, right, the Germans... They thought that they could find the origins to the Aryan race in Tibet. So there was a Heinrich Himmler, military commander and leading member of the Nazi Party, funded a trip to go try to find this Aryan race secret. Instead, he found this little meteorite statue thing, right? And it was acquired into a private collection in Munich. Now, this fucker was actually auctioned off in 2007, and it's currently being analyzed at the Planetology Institute at Stuttgart University in Germany. They probably nabbed it because it has a swastika on it. Now, fuck the Nazis. Do you know
Because
what
it didn't always mean that.
Correct. Do you know what
It still doesn't. That is one of my biggest fucking pet peeves.
I know it doesn't still, but it will always have that negative connotation because of them.
But only if you're an idiot and don't understand that there's more than one.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually what they did is they reversed it and
they
turned it
tilted
on
it.
its side. So
Yeah.
it's still not the same thing as a proper swastika. They just named it that because they're too stupid to come up with their own name.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, so it's actually a symbol of the sun, and it's for prosperity and good luck. It's meant to invoke Shakti, which is the sacred symbol of auspiciousness. Okay?
I'm drinking iced tea.
No.
I hate tea.
Do you remember Shakti? We went over it in Naresh Kagal. No, of course not. That was the first episode. It was just me and Brandy, right?
Listen, there was alcohol involved, and it was
was.
very hot.
It was.
You
it
can't
was
be
very-
mad at me.
All right. Well, it's the female principle of divine energy. So not only did these patriarchal assholes take it from them, but they also warped divine feminine energy into something patriarchal and disgusting. That
sounds about right.
Yeah, they ripped it off of us ladies, by the way.
What else is new?
Yeah. There's speculation.
We have a guest host again?
Oh. Hello, Wilfred.
Yes. He's such a pretty kitty. Anyway, continue.
Well, the only thing I was going to preclude about this Iron Man is I don't want anybody coming at me. So it's perhaps a forgery carved in the 20th century, but that meteorite is legit. Okay, that's definitely 15,000 years old. It's worth $20,000 today, right? But if it's actually a 1,000-year-old sculpture on top of it.
You're frozen, girl.
I might be too, because my cat is on my computer.
Nope, you're not. Just Steph.
Wilfred, come here, buddy. Oh.
Steph.
It's a really cute pose for her to be frozen in, though. It's adorable.
It is, right?
Right.
Hey, are you back?
Yeah. Okay. So the statue is priceless.
Cool. You were frozen for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. I just begged Sound Maiden to take it out because it was long and awkward. And I'm like, and I lost them and they're frozen. And I lost them and they're frozen. Yeah.
There was a cat on my computer. It was adorable.
And I missed it. I'm sorry.
You did.
I love looking at your pussy.
Here. He was right here. He was so cute. Anyway, continue.
I'm done. That was it.
That's it? Okay, back to me. Hi.
You're not supposed to say that. It's supposed to look like organic flow.
Hi. I'm complete trash. Anyway.
And drunk.
Mm-hmm.
True. So anyway, in 2013, researchers from the Journal of Archaeological Science examined ancient Egyptian iron beads that date around 3200 BC and found that they were made.
Aliens, but it was aliens.
It was definitely aliens because they were made from iron meteorites.
Oh, definite aliens.
Yeah, ancient astronaut theorists say yes.
Some ancient astronaut theorists do say that.
So then,
I wasn't lying.
I know, you're not lying. You're not trash. Kev is. Anyway.
We're 46 minutes into this episode and we've accomplished fuck all.
I've accomplished a lot in my life. Thanks.
I said into this episode.
We're only halfway through our notes, guys.
It's okay.
We're on
ready?
page 4 of 9.
I can speed through things. The Old Testament in the Bible. You stop laughing.
We're a Bible podcast now.
Okay, you ready?
No.
Fuck you. No one cares. The Old Testament in the Bible also mentions iron multiple times. I don't care to go look through the Bible and find out why or where it mentions it, but like it does. So if you want to read the Bible, go for it, because I don't care.
It's got that going for it, which is nice.
Iron nails held Jesus to the cross.
Okay, there's one spot. Great. Good job. So
I still have respect for the text.
I know.
Okay, proceed.
No. Iron has 4 different allotropic forms, which means it has 4 different structural forms in which the atoms bond in different patterns. They're called ferrites, known as alpha, which is magnetic, beta, gamma, and omega. Yeah.
I think Jesus' spear in his side was also made out of iron. I could be wrong.
Okay.
Well, probably.
The spear of destiny, I think it might be made out of iron.
Probably.
That's 2.
That's 2.
All right, I'm done.
Okay. So now we're going to get into iron and health because, like, health is my thing. So, iron deficiency.
Mountain Dew.
Listen, I went to nursing school, okay? It's fine. We're not going to die.
You might.
I will.
I mean, we're all going to die eventually.
The Sylvia Plath sense of the word.
I'm just dying faster than everyone else, so it's fine.
You understand the Sylvia Plath reference, Brandy?
No.
It's from Fight Club, but basically it says as soon as you're born, you start to die.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that.
Okay, good. Okay.
Cool. But it's actually like after 25, your cells stop like reproducing and like you actually start to die.
Oh, look at you knowing the things.
There's an actual age where like you start to slowly die. So Iron deficiency is the most common nutritional deficiency. It causes anemia. Fun fact, I have that. Also, fun fact, this is going to describe why I am the way I am, okay?
Oh.
It causes fatigue that affects the ability to perform physical work in adults. Also why I'm so pale and tired all the fucking time. It can also impair memory and other mental functions in teens.
What are we doing
So,
here?
medical shit with iron, bitch. Okay.
She totally missed it.
Yeah, he was testing your memory.
Oh, you're a bitch.
He pulled a me. Or yeah,
He did.
to me what he did to me.
I know. So anyway, this is gonna be fun because no one cares about you, Kev. Fuck you.
Actually, they do. By
You're not
viewer
wrong.
request, they love Kev, so you have to be nice to him so we can keep him.
I mean, we're gonna keep him. It's fine. We'll lock him in a basement. Don't worry.
I need to negotiate a pay raise then.
I'm gonna lock you in a basement.
I mean, if you want to absorb some of the debt, because we make zero money on our podcast.
Yeah. So
I have enough debt as it is.
It costs more for me to make it than I'm bringing in to produce it. Just throwing that out there. We do
Hey,
this.
Tesla's working the same way. They're doing fine.
we're doing fine.
You were tweeting
Okay.
about Tesla not too long ago.
They're valued at like $420 a share on the fucking stock market. They make no money. They lose money on every fucking car they make. Ford's at like $2.50, and they sell a Ford F-150 every fucking minute. Like, fuck the stock market. It doesn't make any sense.
That's
Hydrate or dehydrate, y'all.
Tito's and Mountain Dew.
I'm down to cherry Coke because I finished my tea.
Oh, okay. So
I'll have to
anyway.
get more tea before the banter episode.
Oh, yes, you will. So we can spill it. So.
Not on the carpet. I gotta clean that shit up later.
Oh, fuck. You're right. Can I talk now?
You've been talking.
Not on what
You're
I
just not
need
making any
to.
sense. We have notes. We
I'm
had a
trying-
meeting.
Brandy's also the other one drinking this episode.
We had a pre-podcast meeting about this, and we're still not getting anything done.
Okay, so listen, shut up. Women who have iron deficiency while pregnant are at an increased risk of having small and early babies. There are two types of iron in the body. One is, I'm pronouncing both of these wrongs, and you can suck dick. One is heme iron, and the other is non-heme iron. Heme iron is more readily absorbed and found in meat, fish, and poultry. Non-heme iron is absorbed at a lesser extent and is found in plant food. So like kale, spinach, broccoli, trash food. And also some meat, but like nah. People absorb up to 30% of heme iron compared to the 2 to 10% that they absorb of the non-heme iron. Foods rich in vitamin C. So did you know tomatoes are rich in vitamin C?
Yeah.
Okay, fuck me then. Sorry. I hate tomatoes. They're fucking gross. And
You're
citrus
straight.
fruits. What?
You said fuck me, and I reminded you that you were straight.
That's fair. I love you though.
Well, so is spaghetti till it gets wet.
You are not wrong. Brandy's face. She's speechless. She can't breathe either. She's dying.
You broke me. You win. Okay. Anyway. Foods rich in vitamin C can help absorb non-heme iron. Now we're going to get into some fun facts. Are you ready?
So ready.
Cool. Blood is red because of the interaction between iron and oxygen. It looks red because of the way the chemical bond between the two elements reflect light.
So, completely off topic, but
Yeah.
I have heard that when like in the olden spells when they call for virgin blood, it's not actually the blood of a virgin. It's blood who's never touched air before. Can
That's
either of you
impossible.
confirm? Steph, I'm looking primarily at you.
I mean, it sounds legitimate to me because finding an actual virgin is very difficult. So you can interpret that in different ways in spell work. So I will give you a sure. There's no
But,
reason
like,
for that not to be true in my mind.
your blood carries oxygen.
Yes, but it's blood that has never touched oxygen before, like outside of the body.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's fair.
but I mean, you technically have blue blood too on one side of your body, right?
I got us all off topic. Let's get back to this.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway.
This is long.
So, pure iron is actually soft and malleable. That's why they have to forge it with steel, with like other metals to create steel, so that it's actually tough. In 2007, researchers found a big plume of iron-rich water that was coming from hydrothermal vents in the southern Atlantic Ocean. So, since iron is necessary for like the growth of phytoplankton.
Look
I
at
don't
you
know.
with the big words.
Look
Ooh.
at me. I pronounced it wrong, but it's fine. Fuck me
You
up.
did. One of the times you said it was right, so it counts.
One of those.
Yeah.
So because it's necessary for that to grow, some researchers argued that fertilizing the ocean with extra iron could help suck up the excess carbon dioxide.
Mm-hmm.
But a study published online in November of 2010 found that the extra iron could actually trigger the growth of toxin-producing algae. So it would be counterproductive.
We love that.
Stupid.
Right? It's fine. So an iron pillar dating about 400 AD still stands in Delhi, India.
I heard their delis are terrible.
They're awful. Total trash.
The new deli,
Yeah,
garbage.
trash. It's about
Their knock
20
horse is fucking
Shut
awful.
the fuck up.
It's love, I swear, guys. This
So
is
much
how we
love.
love each other.
This is how I love you. It's fine.
It's tough love.
So the pillar
make
is
it,
about
babe.
23.75 feet tall. And like, I don't think these measurements are completely right because that would make it like this big, like teeny tiny wide. It says it's 15.75 inches around.
Well, wait. You know, like, this is only like 5 inches. So when you're
It's like a
going
foot
like
and a half.
this is 10.
Oh,
So you need to go out a bit, hun.
okay. So maybe it works.
Flagpoles are tall and skinny, and this sounds like a circumference of a flagpole.
I'll give you
Yeah,
that.
it's like a foot and a half.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, now that my math doesn't work, the surface of Mars is red because of the large amount of iron oxide, which is rust, and has more than twice the amount of iron oxide in its crust than Earth. So the reason Mars is red is because it's rusted.
Nice.
Earth's solid inner and liquid outer core are primarily composed of iron, and the electric current generated by the liquid iron is what creates the magnetic field protecting Earth.
We love that.
Right?
What I don't love is the amount of hair I just pulled off my carpet. Anyway.
It's fine. Also found in all the cores of all the planets in the solar system. It's the heaviest element found in cores of the stars.
See, all
Elements
of
that
this
are-
is just guessing, though. They're just guessing at all of this because
Fuck
we've
you.
never
It
been
makes
there.
me feel good. It makes me feel good, okay?
I feel like that there's legitimate to their guessing, though, because this is...
I know, but it's still just a guess.
You're right, but NASA's smarter than me, so I'm going to believe them.
Would you remember in the one episode, it's true until disproven? You can't
Yes.
prove that it's not true, therefore it's still true.
Yes.
That the possibility exists that they're correct, as much as the possibility that they're wrong. But you can't
Right.
prove them wrong because they can't prove their thing right either.
It was a
Mhm.
throwaway comment. Just move on.
Anyway, the heaviest element found in the cores of the stars, elements that are heavier can only be created when high-mass stars explode. This one is like me to a T. Iron deficiencies have been linked to depression.
Mm.
So in 2017, a group of researchers from Iran did a study where iron supplements were given to new non-anemic mothers with postpartum depression. A group of 70 women began a double-blind trial 1 week after giving birth, and postpartum depression symptoms were compared 6 weeks later. The group taking the iron supplement experienced a significantly greater improvement of the postpartum depression symptoms than the group taking the placebo.
Why didn't they give me that shit?
I don't know.
Well, iron in folklore has a long and varied tradition. So I got you there too. In Europe, it's called cold iron. And this is the stuff that we were talking about in the previous episode, because it wards against harms, ghosts, fairies, witches, and malevolent forces, which I still love because witches actually use a lot of iron. So to ward against, you're talking like evil ghouls and hags and things. The cemetery things that you mentioned earlier, that's to keep the souls of the dead. And it's still being used to keep them in. My favorite I found was if you bury an iron knife at the entrance of your home, it'll also keep out evil witches.
Why do I want to do that?
Do it. It won't keep me out. I'm not an evil witch, but you can sure as hell
I don't
try.
want you to keep me. I don't want to keep you out.
Well, my favorite I think I found was references to sympathetic or imaginative magic using iron. Do you guys know what that is? Besides my notes, don't look at the notes.
You think I'm looking at notes?
Kev, you're probably
What podcast do you think this is?
I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. My computer keeps telling me that someone messaged me and I kind of want to go look at it, but I'm not.
Kev, are you
Being
watching
good.
sports?
No, I think I already won my bet for the night.
Oh, good. Okay.
Actually, I should check my FanDuel account. Other betting apps are available if you're in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and I think Illinois is back online now.
Not sponsored.
Sponsor me.
I really wish they would, though. I'll take some free bets.
Actually, I was hoping Burger King
I
would
did win.
sponsor us. Go, Kev.
I doubled my money.
Oh, I would love for Burger King to sponsor us.
Yeah, you saw my picture of me eating that Spite burger.
Listen, I will eat a burger naked.
All right.
Okay.
So, sympathetic or imaginative magic. Okay, trying to stay topical here. It's from folk traditions. All right, so it's the idea where one object stands in as the symbolic representation of what the fuck ever is receiving the end of the magic of the work. So you use a jawbone to heal somebody's jaw from an animal, but it acts as the human jaw symbolically. Sometimes it's seen as primitive forms of healing, but it's actually very powerful, and it takes a lot of ingenuity and cleverness of a person's healer to be able to interpret sympathetic magic. Iron in the Ozark tradition was basically used to prevent milk stealing witches. The cure involved taking some milk from the cow that was going dry, boiling it on a stove, and then put red hot iron into it, just stab it.
But why?
The milk becomes the representation of the witch because she's stealing it. And in this way, when you stab it with the red hot iron, it's to cause them harm or to burn them in a painful way.
Oh.
Yeah. The other option is to whip the milk or the butter in order to stop the thieving witch too.
Okay.
Yeah. The
I want to stab it.
The
That's
law.
fair.
You must whip it.
Whip it good. Also,
Crack that whip.
do you know the bit about horseshoes, iron horseshoes?
No.
Okay.
Yes, I think possibly.
Kat, what do you got
scare
for me?
So, from what I vaguely remember is, I don't remember the whole story, but fuck it, I'm going to make an ass of myself. You just go.
All right. Well, you nail them over your door to repel or to bring luck. Now, this is in the movie, Brandy, I wanted you to watch called The House with the Clock in Its Walls.
Wait, I have a story.
I'm waiting.
Are you ready? Okay, so in my childhood home, we always had a horseshoe over our front door. The year my brother got diagnosed with cancer, the horseshoe fell.
Oh my God, you're going to love this story in a minute.
I'm just saying.
Hold on
I
to that
believe in
tidbit.
horseshoes.
Okay. So depending on how the horseshoe is hung, it also makes a difference. So if it's hung in the U shape, it will cause luck to come into your home. If it's hung upside down in an arch shape, the luck will flow out of your home.
Oh.
Okay. So the superstitions around horseshoes date back to 959 AD in Ireland. And it comes from stories and variations of Saint Dunstan's legend. Okay, Brandy, you ready?
This
I'm
is
ready.
the story I was thinking about. This is it.
Okay, good. Feel free to interject as I tell. There's a blacksmith who is visited by the devil, and the devil is represented with cloven-hoofed feet. Okay, and Daddy needed a new pair of shoes. So the blacksmith pulls one off of the fire, so it was red fucking hot, and he nailed it to the devil's foot with red hot iron nails. This made the devil cry out in pain, which is weird because he's of hell, but whatever. This is the story. He screams out in pain and begs him to remove the shoe. But again, it's made out of iron. I think that's why it burns him. So he's like, okay, please take this shoe off my fucking foot. I'll give you whatever you want. So he has the devil by the balls, basically. So the smith promised to do so if the devil may never enter a place where a horseshoe is displayed above the doorway.
Oh.
So this led to the belief that bad spirits could be kept out of the home, ergo bringing luck by putting that horseshoe above because of the deal that Saint Dunstan made with the devil.
Right.
So when yours fell, you might have welcomed in the devil.
Okay, wait, that makes so much sense because, like,
yeah, I mean,
listen
this
to
is
the
coming.
T-spill episode.
I'm just saying, it's coming out of Ireland. They have a Catholic tradition. You and I were raised in Catholic homes, so if you.
Oh my God, no, that makes so much sense.
Great. Now, the horseshoes were deemed magical because of the ability to withstand fire. Like you were saying, how hot it had to be to even work with it in the first place, let alone melt, right? Now, what's interesting about securing a horseshoe is every single time you see a horseshoe, it has 7 places to put a nail to secure it because 7's also a lucky number. The evolution of the story involved encompassing witches because of the Middle Ages. Apparently, the horses and shoes could frighten a witch. So also by placing the horseshoe above a doorway, you could ward against witches, not just the devil, because, you know, they're in league or whatever. Suspected witches were buried with their coffins nailed shut with iron to keep them from returning from the grave too. And last little bit about the horseshoes and the iron. In some spots of Scotland, okay, when a horseshoe has been found, it's nailed to the mast of a fishing boat, and it's supposed to ensure the safety in the storm.
Okay.
So it works on land and on sea, the horseshoes.
Yeah. That's cool.
I'm so happy I had a story that you could connect with. I can't wait for the banter episode for that.
Oh, it's good. Okay. So, iron is made by, we kind of already went through this, but you have to heat up hematite.
Hematite, that's like a magic staple.
Okay, so you have to heat that up, or the magnetite in a blast furnace along with a type of carbon called coke and calcium carbonate, which is basically just limestone. It doesn't make the best quality iron, but it's good enough that they can then take that iron and make it into steel. So it's not something that like you would want to use if you're making like a pure iron like piece of jewelry or anything like that, because it's not going to be very tough, but it's good enough that you can add into other metals and make steel.
Nice.
Yeah.
So now we decided that we're going to take the podcast in a whole different direction and talk about some other stuff. So we're going to be talking about Iron Maiden. They were a band. They're a band from England. They were formed in Leeds, England in 1975 by the bassist and primary songwriter Steve Harris. Wait, this is what we were supposed to talk about. Although they did come out with 39 albums, 16 studio albums, 12 live albums, 4 EPs, and 7 compilations.
I love Eddie, though.
They're the pioneers of new wave British heavy metal, so we kind of had to slip these guys in here.
Yes, thank you, Kev.
So,
thank you. Well done. Well done.
That was the surprise stuff in the show notes.
I'm surprised. I'm so happy because I love Eddie. I love Iron Maiden.
Some of their songs are, though, and these actually do kind of fit here. Run to the Hills, Fear of the Dark, Can I Play with Madness, and Number of the Beast.
Yes.
So, synergy. Don't you love it?
Yeah,
so,
it counts. It's topical.
It is topical. So the actual Iron Maiden that we should be talking about is the torture kinky, perhaps? I'm not hearing kink shit. Device that's consisting of an iron cabinet with a hinged front and spiked covered interior, and it encloses the entire person, right? So there's a couple of different versions of this, apparently. There's the one that you always see in movies where you close the door and then all the blood runs out.
Mm-hmm.
So
Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah, the one that instantly impales you is the one that people are most common, or is the most common one that people see in movies. However, there is another one out there that's slightly more humane.
Question mark? Is that
question
possible?
mark? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark?
Maybe.
Because
is there such a thing as a humane Iron Maiden?
Well, here's what the other one is.
Listen, some people just gotta die.
Well, here's the other one, though. The spikes aren't full length, so they don't impale you instantly. They're far enough apart that unless you move into them, they don't actually hit you.
Oh, no. Like the Chokey.
Mm-hmm. Matilda.
Right?
Matilda.
So apparently there's two versions of this. So there's the instant death one, or the not instant, but slow death one, where they just sandwich you instantly, or the one where unless you move, you're fine. Although,
I think I would rather just like die instantly because I'm gonna move.
Well, of course you are, because you're gonna fall asleep eventually, and then you're gonna get impaled, and it's just like there's no way to not get impaled.
Oh no, like I would twitch and die.
You're getting impaled either way.
You're also anemic, so you just need poked by one of those motherfuckers and you're done.
So just take a deep breath and let it happen. It'll all be over soon. These are claimed to be a medieval instrument of torture, but there's no evidence that they existed before the early 19th century. There is one from 200 BC, though, that's similar, but not the same, because it was made out of wood. And it was said to have... So it was like a wooden oven-like chest that had iron spikes in it, and it was used for extortion and murder. So that's fun.
Yeah, it sounds like a good time.
Mm-hmm.
There's reps of these in museums all around the world, but the most famous one is found in Nuremberg. We love Nuremberg. It's a great town.
Oh, Germany, big surprise.
Yeah, seriously.
Why do we keep going back to Germany?
Because they're
trash.
Their history is rich with violence.
Because they're trash.
I tried to say it nice. I'm sorry.
So the one in Nuremberg was first displayed possibly as early as 1802. And that was lost in the Allied bombings of Nuremberg in 1945.
I'm so shocked. I'm so surprised.
So we just like fucking shit up.
We're good at.
So that's what I have there.
I have both
the kinky torture device and the awesome rock band.
Well, after you get out of the torture device, you could wind up in an iron coffin. I have some information about that if you're interested. And even if
Definitely.
you're
Hit me
not,
with
I'm going to talk about it anyway,
You don't have a choice.
pretty much. Okay. So, I mean, I think it's interesting that the iron coffins, I didn't know that, didn't exist until the 19th century, you said, right?
Yeah.
Evidence.
Yes.
Okay. Iron coffins were originally designed to make travel of the dead easier since steam powered travel was more popular. So it took like a hot second to get wherever you were going, and you had a decomposing body. And if you died far from home, you did need to be returned to your family for proper traditions and things for a Christian burial. So this happened with the Fisk family. Almond Dunbar Fisk was a Manhattan stove designer in New York. And his brother Will kicked the bucket in the spring of 1844 in Mississippi. And the body needed returned to New York. Now, embalming, super expensive, right? It was very rudimentary, whatever. So it wasn't an option. And refrigeration, not an option. It's steam, right? Fisk made an airtight stove and boiler. So he used those principles to make an airtight coffin to naturally and safely preserve the body for a long trip. Lot like rust, right? You need oxygen to decompose a body. So if you deprive it of that, it will not decompose as quickly. He had a patent in November 14th of 1848 for the metallic burial case, is what they called it. At some point, because the bodies were so well preserved, they did put little windows on the top so you could see the person's face in there. Well, because you couldn't have an open casket with an iron coffin.
It's still creepy.
It's not creepy. It makes sense.
They've been dead for a while. It's creepy.
Not if they're not decomposing. It's no different than the dead body in the funeral parlor pumped full of chemicals. That's worse.
Okay.
Kev, do you know how they embalm a body?
Yes, and it's creepy. Kev's not listening to us anymore.
I'm listening. I was like, Brandy had something to say, so I was letting Brandy say it.
Creepy.
Well, good news for Brandy is these iron coffins, short-lived success. Okay, it didn't last very long. Politicians kind of fell in love with this because they were expensive, and it was like the fashion after former First Lady Dolly Madison was laid out in one for a large public funeral. What I think is interesting is Fisk himself died at the age of 32.
Am I frozen this time?
Nope, she is.
Cool. Great.
Your internet is trash.
Right?
It's totally okay for this podcast, though.
Fuck you.
Where did I lose you guys at?
Fisk
32.
died at like 32.
In 1850. He got the patent in 1848, so he only got to see 2 years of his coffin manufacturer before he probably wound up in one himself. So my absolute last fun fact about the iron coffin is it is one of the safest ways to do a burial for quarantine victims of contagious diseases.
Bring him back.
Yep.
Just throwing that out there.
Listen, I think that's a better option than just dumping them all on an island in New York.
Yeah, it's expensive though.
Fuck. So is that island in New York?
All right, guys, we
Just
did it.
saying.
We got to the end of the episode. We're done.
Yay!
All right,
I hate
Kevin,
more
you
drink.
have a weird but true for me, seeing as the whole episode was weird but true. But do you have a
I would
special?
say, yeah, that was the whole fucking episode, wasn't it? Weird but true. A woman who lost her wedding ring found it 16 years later in a carrot in her garden.
Oh shit! I think I heard that one.
I've heard that one and it's fucking dope.
It's good.
So there you go.
All right. You guys always hear the notebook. You think I would learn to open the page?
No, now it's just fun.
This
We
is
should
an
do a time
ASMR
capsule.
podcast.
Wouldn't that be cool though if we did a Macabre Academy time capsule?
Listen,
I mean,
I'm in, but like,
that-
what am I going to put in? Myself?
A picture of you and your beautiful face would work.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't like that answer. You need to try again.
Listen, my face isn't beautiful. Try again.
You know, Brandy, one day you'll learn to take a compliment. Okay.
Maybe one day. Today is not that day.
All right. So how about Jens pick a number for the non-offensive dare?
58.
Brandy, you're not trash. We have not done that one. We haven't even nailed 57 or 59. Iron episode. Okay. It's not a very exciting dare, though.
It's okay.
Okay. This week, the non-offensive dare is to look up your horoscope.
Okay.
There you go.
Done. Easy one this week. It does not require a lot of creativity or effort. All right, Jens. So I think we did a lot of banter, so I don't know how to end this episode because my face hurts and I laughed a lot.
Yeah, you did.
Are we doing the banter episode after this?
Yeah, we're gonna let this process. I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette, and then we're gonna do a Patreon only banter episode.
Nice. You guys want to get in on that? Hit us up on Patreon.
Those are exclusive. Like
Patreon.com/Macabre Academy. The Macabre Academy.
something like that. Yeah.
Find the link down below.
There's also information on our website, www.themacabreacademy.com. I'm also paying for that, so please use it.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. We out. Same bad time, same bad channel, same bad expired coupons. We out.
Bye.
Oh, God. Where's the button? Oh, there it is. Wait, nope. Got it.
Fuck, what's a
You
Libra?
want to stop?
All right.
Hey, Steph, what's like December?
Capricorn.
Like all of December?
No, the end of September.
What's the
We'll be back shortly.
beginning of December?
I'm still trying to find the button.
Oh, we're still recording?
No, we're not. Nope,
What's
we're still
the
recording. Why can't I find the button?
What's their birth?